Normaniosaurus. Normanniasaurus/Nɔːŕmæniə́sɔːrəs/Normannia lizard is an extinct genus of basal titanosaur sauropod known from the Early Cretaceous, Albian stage, Poudingue Ferrugineux of Seine-Maritime, northwestern France. Discovery and naming. Normanniasaurus was first described and named by Jean Leloiev, Shurevek Thorn and Eric Buffetot in 2013, and the type species is Normaniosaurus gensi. The generic name is derived from Normannia, the Latin name of Normandy where the bones were discovered, and from sauros, meaning lizard in ancient Greek. The specific name, gensi, honors Mr. Pierre Gensi, who discovered the remains in July 1990. Normaniosaurus is known from the holotype MHNH 2013.2.1.1 through MHNH 2013.2.1.12, housed at the Muséum d'Histoire Naturelle du Havre, a partial skeleton including presacral vertebrae fragments, a partial sacrum, an anterior and a middle caudal vertebrae, a right scapula, fragments of both ilia and ischia, the proximal end of a femur and the proximal part of a fibula, a posterior caudal centrum, housed at the Muséum d'Histoire Naturelle de Rouen. Discovered at the end of the 19th century and described by Buffetot in 1984, was also referred to this species. All specimens were collected on the north side of Cap de la Hive at La Ville, Le Havre, dating to the early to middle Albian stage of the Early Cretaceous period, although the referred specimen is apparently from a younger level of the Albian. Description. Normaniosaurus is known from vertebrae and parts of the axial skeleton. It can be distinguished from other Albian sauropods of Western Europe. Distinguishing characteristics. Below is a list of autapomorphies found by Leloiev et al. When evaluating the holotype of Normaniosaurus. Classification. Normaniosaurus is a basal titanosaurian. It shares several primitive characters with slightly younger basal titanosaurians such as Apacthosaurus and Antisaurus. Biogeography. The late Early Cretaceous radiation of basal titanosauria in South America, Europe and Africa is unusual. In Europe, Albian sauropods are still poorly known. Isolated discoveries, from Cambridgeshire, northern France, and southern France, indicate that European titanosaurs coexisted in the Albian with other groups of sauropods.